Sally and I are back just to finish this off, and I'm also going to do a quick run through of what we've got up to this year. So if you're interested, stay at the end of the video and we'll do that. Okay, so I just want to add something to decorate this window because it's looking slightly boring to me. You know, more is more. Just gonna add some of this. I cut this out of this piece of fabric. So all I've done is cut the holly leaf out, and I'm just gonna quickly stitch it down. There we go. It's not going to be pretty. It's just going to be stitching it. So I do hope that you have all had the most wonderful Christmas and that you've enjoyed spending time with your loved ones. Or maybe you're on your own like me and you just enjoyed the peace and quiet and they're not going to work. People say to me, oh, don't be on your own at Christmas. And do you know what? It doesn't bother me. I am more than happy to sit here and stitch, play with my junk journals, plan for next year, all that sort of thing that I don't have time to do usually. So when people say, oh, what are you going to do with yourself? Oh, I've got plenty. I have so much to do. I don't have time for all this, you know, sitting around doing nothing. I can't sit down and do nothing. But even if I'm watching TV, I just have to have some stitching. Right, Sally, time to move because you know I'm going to be turning this round. So I am, while I was, you know, finishing a few bits and pieces on here, I was thinking about what we're going to get up to next year. And I think the first thing we're going to do in the new year is to use those painted fabrics that I did. Because I found them the other day and remembered. I forgot. I put them away. All right, here we go. Turning again. I've got all my cotton there. And I found them the other day and I thought, oh, we can do that. So we're going to do some abstract stitching with those. Just lots of different stitches. And one of my other ideas is to do some sort of stitch sampler. You know, for anybody who's new, doesn't know the stitches, we could go through a few of my favourite ones that I use all the time. And maybe we could even attempt some new ones. I'd love to know your thoughts and, you know, what you want. Because I'm quite happy whatever sort of stitching it is. This has been quite fun, but it's also been a bit fiddly. I wasn't planning it to be this fiddly. But I'm quite happy with it now. It's almost done. I'm sort of really happy. And I'm looking forward to getting it out next year. Because obviously it's too late now. And I'll put it on my table. And I'm just doing a little running stitch around the outside. That's it. Nothing complicated. We don't do complicated, do we? We don't like that. We like nice, easy things. And I must thank everybody in the Wonky Stitching group on Facebook for sharing all their work in progress. And Caroline did a lovely advent calendar, which she showed us all, which she's got the wildest imagination. I'm like completely in awe of how she thinks of things. But she's been stitching along with us and she's been joining me on my gluing channel. gluing channel. I do junk journals, in case you didn't know. And I have a channel where I do paper crafting. So I have a paper crafting and a stitching channel because, you know, I like both. So I decided 2 channels, which was probably a bit of a daft idea, but, you know, it keeps them separate. And some people don't like the stitching, and some people don't like the gluing. So I've lost my scissors. There they are. I'd separated them, which means twice as much work, obviously, but it helps me keep things sort of organised in my head. And I've got another one, and do you know what? I'm thinking about putting it up there. I don't know. I think it's probably enough. Do you know what? I am going to put it up there because why not? I think it'll look cute up there. All right, come back down. And yeah, we're gonna have a bit of fun this year, and hopefully, you know, come over and join us in the Wonky Stitching Facebook group. It's all linked underneath, as is my other channel, if you do like a bit of paper crafting as well. Sorry, my voice is a bit croaky. I am in need of a cup of tea. It's quite early here. It's Friday the 27th, I believe. And, you know, you get to that bit during Christmas and you don't know what day it is. I've hit that bit. And I shouldn't really, because it's now just my normal time off work. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know, I'm back to work Monday, Tuesday, which is not going to be fun because Tuesday's going to be very, very, very quiet for New Year's Eve. I've got to be at work till 6:30. Then I'm coming home and I'm going out to my friends for New Year's Eve. So that'll be fun. Oh, that's not fun. Rethreading. Nothing changes. Be a new year, there'll still be me trying to rethread needles. I can't even thread a needle with the needle threader sometimes. My eyesight's getting so bad. But we will plough on. It will be fine. And I think this just finishes off the window. I had to do something with it because it just looked a bit plain. So just finish tacking this down. Oops, nearly unthreaded it again. Right, I think I've got this little bit to do here. So the next time I see you guys, it'll be the new year. It'll be a whole new year. And I'm wondering about making resolutions. But I don't know. I don't usually. You know, I must lose weight is one of them. I've ate so much. We have a lot of patients who bring in chocolate and biscuits and things like that at Christmas. And we've been eating them for weeks. It's very hard to resist when it's quiet and you're bored. It's very hard to resist the chocolates. There we go, Sally. Sit in your chair. Right, so that's the window, I think, finished. And I have done a few bits. I've put some stars on. And I finished the trees. Hopefully you can see that whole page. There we go. What else did I do? I made a little path, just the resemblance of a path. Added the noses. I don't know what else I've done. I haven't done anything on here. I think I love the fire. It's like one of my favourite bits. Sally likes her Santa chair, don't you? It's very comfy and snuggly. So I think we are finished. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat and I'm going to go and stitch the back on my machine. Mainly for time. And I want to finish it today and get it all organised, get it sorted and finished. So that is as far as we're going with that for a minute. I'll come back at the end. Sally, don't get wrapped up in it. Look at my lovely stitching on. You're going to miss all that. Right, Sally and my stitching is going over there. And I want to show you my gingerbread house, which is almost finished. Look at this. Ha! I'm really chuffed with it. All I've got left to do is a few of these, which I printed out onto fabric. Some lollipops. And I've got another candy cane, but I don't really think I need that. But I was thinking about putting some, maybe a couple of these on. What do you think? I think I can pop a couple on. I think it'd be fun. I don't know how many. I've got some thread. So we're just going to finish my gingerbread house off and I'll just talk you through what I've actually done. Let's just move you because I can only have one at a time. So, oh, excuse me. Let's put you up here. I've sort of tried to stitch these. This one, I did, I just drew a circle and I stitched around it in back stitch. And then I did lazy daisy stitches, which was quite easy, which I was quite happy about. And that turned out pretty cool. Bit of stem stitch for down there. This was, I think it's called a rose stitch. I could be wrong. Some people, I think, call it a wagon wheel stitch. I'm not entirely sure what it's called, but that's what I used for that one. These are just bits of wool that I've screwed up into little balls and put around the door for like sweeties. The door is obviously chocolate because, you know, it's a gingerbread house. So I've sort of done dark chocolate and the rest of the house is milk chocolate. Obviously candy canes, and I did that with ribbon. Just strips of ribbon that I stitched on separately. Took a very long time, that, but it was fun. Right, I'm going to just see if I can, because I did have this on a hoop, and for some reason I've took it off the hoop, and now I'm sort of having to fiddle with it. Obviously this is felt. These are all things that I've actually printed onto fabric to put onto here. Yeah, I'm only stitching where the red bit is because I've only got red. I have maybe got some yellow. I have got some yellow. But I just want to just quickly attach it. I want to finish this off with you as well. Okay, so my windows, this is just some back stitch to make the windows and some baker's twine. So baker's twine is brilliant for Christmas, and I've also put some around the edge of my little candy canes. I have realised that my snow would not stay that way. It would fall off, but this is just some cotton fluffy bit of wool that I've split up, and I've put it down with what's that one? Blanket stitch. sweeties that I've cut out. And I want something to put in the middle of here. Oh, this took ages. This is, I'll do a really close up of that. And it is obviously holly. And I used lots of different greens and did leaf stitch, whatever the leaf stitch is called. But I need something for the middle. I mean, I could take that off there. I could. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take that off there and put a sweetie in the middle. That's what I'm going to do. There you go. That was decided very quickly, wasn't it? Yeah, and this was before I thought about doing it with the ribbon. I did it with stitching just on this door here. So let's just stitch this down. I'm going to start in the middle. And I'm just going to go on a few of the red ones. Tiny, tiny stitches. I'm coming out just to hold it down. I've done crosses at the top just to make the roof look different. The rest of it is all sort of straight stitching. Come on, up there. Up, up. There we go. I was wondering what to put in the middle of there. It's funny, isn't it? As soon as you look at it, you think, oh, yes, I can do that. Oh, right, which way am I going? Let me just go round it. That'll just stitch it on, won't it? That'll stitch it on. And I'm thinking about putting this onto like a cushion. But I haven't had time yet. It's been super fun though. I've been doing this while I've been sitting watching TV in the evening. I think most of it has been while I'm watching Christmas films. So if anybody did join in with their making a gingerbread house, then I'd love to see how yours got on. Do send me a photo if you've got one, and I can put it on the community wall or post it on the Facebook group. Just encourages everybody else. I just think it was super fun. You know, I get an idea in my head, that's it. I'm doing that. I'm gonna stop there because I think that's on. I think it's on. Oh, is there one more? Oh, right, hang on. Not quite on. There's a gap there. Let's just do one more stitch. I think now it's finished. So I've got some old cushions, and what I'm gonna do, I think, is just stitch this to the front of it. I'll have plenty of Christmas stuff for next year. What do you think? I absolutely love it. I've had so much fun doing this. You wouldn't believe. But yeah, my little gingerbread people. So that's all finished now as well. Right at the beginning of the year, when I first started my channel, we made one of these. And I've I don't know I haven't done anything with it. I don't know what to do with it. I just enjoyed making it. And that's something you can do. You can just make stuff for the sake of it. It doesn't have to do anything. So a lot of French knots, nets, all sorts of blue. Very messy on the back. What else have we got? Oh, I made this little scene with layers of fabrics, knots, loads of buttons. Again, I think I might put that in a frame, a little frame that would go in, wouldn't it? That'd be super cute. This. I'm not overly keen on this one, but this was a bit of painted fabric, and I did some sort of grass and butterflies and weird big flowers, like massive flowers. I think I've sort of stopped. I wasn't feeling it. Wasn't feeling this. I may come back to it and do some more. But at the time, I sort of stopped. It's a bit surreal with massive, great big tulips. And I don't know what this is. I don't know what I was doing there. But, you know, it's all practice. I did a lot of French knots there. And that was fun. We did that one together, didn't we? So, yeah, enjoyed that one. This is as far as I've got with this one. I thought I'd have finished it by now. But maybe it is finished. Maybe that's it. It just feels so good. I love it. I don't know. I'm a minority whether it's actually finished. So I've cut this piece of fabric, which is just an old piece of curtain fabric, I think. And I'm putting them sort of right sides together. Oh, look, it's still got all these little tags on. I better take them off. It weren't actually new. Right, and I'm just going to pin it all the way round, and then stitch round it, all except one end. So round the two long sides and one of the short sides, and then I'm going to just turn it inside out and hand stitch the other bit. I just thought, you know, I've done so much of this with you, I thought I'd better finish it because that's a bit, it's part of it. Even if it isn't hand stitching, it's still part of the process. So I'm hoping I'm going to have enough fabric to actually turn the corners. I'm not very good at corners, so I'm guessing I'm going to do the same as I do with paper and just cut the corners off. And I'm going to put my pins in where my stitching is, so I know not to go any further than where my pins are. And there's no stitching at the top, so I'm pretty much okay. The only bit is where the window is. I've got to be careful. So I'll be back once I have stitched this together, and we'll just hand stitch the last little bit. Okay, so I have sewn all the way round and I've done sort of corners there, and I'm going to cut the bulk off before I turn it the other way round. And I'm just telling you now, this is probably not the way to do it, because I haven't done anything like this before. This is purely just playing and seeing what happens. Don't think that's very straight either. Okay, let's just trim that as well while I'm here, just because. So I'm getting rid of the bulk, and now we're going to try turning it inside out, or the right side out, and see what happens. I thought I'd do it with you guys because, you know, you've been with me the rest of the way. Woo! If this works, I'm going to be so amazed. Ha-ha! The back looks all right as well, so I'm quite happy that's good. And obviously I'm going to need to press it. And I made little corners like that. I don't know, I just stitched like diagonally at the end. Right, I need to get my hand in and push that out like this. And I will press it. But, it's narrower than I thought it was going to be, because obviously now I've trimmed it down to size. But that is so cool. I made this. And all I've got to do is just stitch up this end. What do you think? I can't even get it all on, it's so big. But I'm super happy with how I've made this, guys. This is made by me. I'm so happy. Let's go, Sally. There's your throne. I think she's very happy with her Christmas scene. Right, I'm going to sew it up, and then I've just got one more thing to... Oh, no. What else have we... What else did we forget to show, Sally? Yes, your summer book. For those of you who don't know Sally, and you're going, what's going on? This all started because Sally made a book in the summer about all her holidays. And this is like a little book of all her adventures. It's supposed to be tied up, but it keeps coming undone. And we did, didn't we, Sally? We made a book, and she usually, this is her house, she usually sits in here, which she's going back in there now, because she's not going in the loft for Christmas. Get back in. She stays in her little bedroom, and she's got a friend called Candy who lives in Paris. There's Candy. And this is her garden we did. And she went on a treasure hunt because she found a silver key. And this was our Easter page. And then we went to the beach. A little beach hut here with a little opening door, castle and an ice cream. And it was her birthday, so we had a party and a picnic there. And she did some gardening and made some flowers, put some flowers in. And she sent a pen pal letter to her friend Candy, that's in there. And we made a little lace pocket for it. And that was just because, a nice pretty flower page. And she went kayaking because I did. And this is just the end. It wraps around. So we made this together. And we will make another one. I promise we'll make another one because that was so much fun. So Sally's gone to bed. And I've just got one more thing to show you. I took a photo of this one to show you what all my squares look like together. So there it is on my table. Bit late for Christmas, but ready for next year. Thank you so much to everybody who joined in. And I hope you've enjoyed Sally's Christmas adventures. I don't know what I like the best, the snowmen or the fire, or maybe Sally's throne. They're all just so cute. But we'll be back in the new year. So to all my wonky stitchers, have a happy new year, and I'll see you soon. Bye.